The first time I met Edgar Allan Poe was the night he walked into my bar. That might not seem strange in Baltimore, where Poe was practically a Halloween mascot, but my instincts rang like church bells, warning that everything about this man was from the 19th century. He wore a rumpled, black, hand-stitched suit with a dingy white neckcloth tied over a high-collared shirt. His trademark black hair was matted, his mustache too thick and unevenly trimmed, and he stank of corn whiskey and unwashed wool. To most people, Edgar Allan Poe in a 21st century bar was just a guy in a costume. I wasn't most people. I had just opened the door, the bar I owned in Fells Point, and had served a couple of regular customers their first drinks when Poe stumbled inside. His head swiveled owlishly, as though his eyes couldn't focus on any one point, at least not until they found me. The moment they locked on mine, they widened slightly, right before they rolled back in his head. He crumpled to the floor in a puddle of black wool and melted bones. "Damn it," I muttered under my breath. I had a feeling my life was about to get complicated. I threw the bar towel into the sink and rushed to kneel by his head. "You need help, Wren?" Paul asked. He and Marla lived in one of the Douglas Place houses, and they used the door like an extension of their living room. "It's okay. I got him." Poe's eyelids fluttered and his chest rose and fell with each breath, so at least he wasn't dead. Yet. Or was it again, considering that Edgar Allan Poe had been dead for something like 170 years? We were still a month away from Halloween, and even then not many could pull off a perfect impersonation of the odd-looking, unmistakable man, so the chances of him being remarked upon were high. I felt for the pulse in his neck and found a strong, steady beat. His skin had the waxen, sweaty look of someone who was likely to vomit in his unconscious state. He groaned and sat up, so I helped him to his feet. "Paul," I called to the man whose conversations with his wife inevitably turned to gossip about the neighbors. "I'm going to help him to the bathroom. Will you watch the bar for me? Macy will be here in a minute, and I want to make sure this guy's okay." "Sure thing, honey. We've got you covered." I threw Poe's arm over my shoulder and walked him to the back. We nearly made it to the bathroom when his knees gave way and he went down. Realizing the bathroom was too much to manage, I turned and dragged Poe with me into the storeroom. I lowered him to the floor and rolled him to his side so he wouldn't choke on the inevitable vomit. Then I stood and looked down at him. What was Edgar Allan Poe doing in my bar? I could leave him there to sleep off the alcohol,